Hello everybody and welcome back. I am Carex and we are going to be doing some opening moves for Florence. Now in the first episode we spent about 15 minutes discussing Florence, like some of the achievements you can get, the goals. We went through the estates, we went through sort of setting up our advisors, we went through the missions, discussing the missions, discussing some of the opening strategies and stuff like that. And now we're just going to actually test out our sort of ideas and strategies. And one of the things we're trying to do is we need for a mission for free claims. We have a possibility to get free claims on a lot of this Italian region right off the bat, permanent free claims. And to do that, we need a second ally in the region. So we are going to try to grab, grab Milan here quickly, and also probably pick up Austria because Austria is the emperor. So that's going to give us some good flexibility to be able to conquer and take land from the HRE. Because right now at the beginning of the game, Lucca and Siena are part of the HRE. Bologna is not, however. We're also building up about 3,000 troops. You know, speaking of which, I think we're going to cancel one, and we are going to build it over here just to kind of let that build faster because we're not building a ship right now. We don't have the money to quite build a ship yet. Although we are going to want to build more ships. Presumably our light force limit is still a little. We're not quite up to our naval force limit. All right, let's roll. Let's roll. Let's get our diplomats back. Speed 3. $27 out of 28. Come on, help me out here. Help me out here. Help me out here. Milan, let's get that alliance like quick, please. Sometimes Austria just starts off loving you. We could look to France potentially. Actually, you know what we could do really quick now that is what oh, that's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, well they didn't go because they're allies. Obviously we can't go to them quite yet. We could look here and see who's going to ally us really quick. Just by default, just like with a one click quick. Yeah, we need Milan. But we can't improve relations with them until December. That's actually kind of a bummer. We're going to want to butter up the Pope more. Let's make sure we're also buttering up Austria here. Not great. Oh, the alliance. They'll take the alliance. Okay, good. 2 days. Let's get our diplomat back. We now have finished this. We've finished this event or mission. Sorry, permanent claims on this region. That is insane. Okay, so Siena, we looked at this last time. It's about 200 to take. Now it's only going to be 150, which is incredible. Okay, what's the situation here? Who can we attack right now? Venice, Savoy. Bologna has no ally. So this is where we can make a choice. We can attack Lucca on the basis that they have no... We can attack Lucca on the basis that they're allied to Savoy, or we can attack Bologna on the basis they have no ally. It's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. Ferrara is allied to Ragusa, which is pretty weak sauce. These are our rivals though, right? Lucca and Siena are the rivals. This is a little bit of a sketchy situation here. Venice is very powerful at the beginning of the game. There's no way we'd win this. Provence is also no slouch. Siena getting the strong alliance network is kind of a bummer. However, Savoy I think is well, I mean they got 15,000 troops, but tricky. Bologna only has 2,000 dudes. We have to wait. What? Why do we have no? Why does it say no CB? Okay, we had just hit the button. Okay, there we go. Sorry guys, we just hit the mission button while we were paused. Let's go. Let's take Bologna. They have no ally. It's a done deal. Opening moves, but we really do need. Yeah, Lucca joining the trade league there. That's not good. That is not good. We have plus 10% infantry combat ability on that general. That's 2 shock and some infantry combat ability. That is very good. Bring these guys back. Let's make sure we're mothballing our fort. We don't want to pay for that if we don't have to. We need to be maximizing the amount of money we can gain here. You can be going out and protecting trade while we're at war because Bologna doesn't even have a... oh, we have a lazy diplomat here. Well, we're working on Austria, which is the most important thing. So to be honest, Austria doesn't seem... The war for Maine has broken out between France and England. What's the dealio here? What is the dealio here? Why is it minus 1,000? Oh, because we're at war. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just trying to kind of see who are we potentially going to be able to butter. Man, Siena is such an important province. I talked about this at the beginning, but being able to jump to Naples is important. It's also Tuscan culture. It's also one of the better trade goods in this region. Otherwise, we have like grapes and cows and stuff. Here we have actual glass, which I think ends up becoming gems later. I think there's an event to make that gems. We don't have a siege guy, though. We could do war taxes. We have an amazing amount of points, but we're not getting that many military points. So maybe we kind of hold off on that. Because war taxes would cost us, what is it, 2 per month? Man, the money is good, but we're making money so we don't have to do anything crazy in that sense. We could actually reduce our maintenance a little bit. Siena's joined a trade league as well. Can you still be allied to all those peeps if you're in a trade league? Yeah, you can. Well, Ferrara, it looks like the next war is against Ferrara. The only unfortunate thing is we might be able to eclipse Lucca or Siena when we take Bologna. I don't know. We might be too big and powerful at that point. We might be able to eclipse them there. Dang, gain 1 corruption? Holy cow, that's going to be expensive to pay down. Although positive stability is just kind of like getting that down. That's going to be a bummer. It's basically a year of it. That's 4 years of our income, basically, paying that corruption down. And we're looting, like, and the problem is we're also not going to be looting forever. There is a lot of money. Okay, there's a lot of money here. Let's bring over the cab. Split this, bring them back. That'll give us a lot more sort of momentary income. Let's speed up to speed 4 so we could try to get as much done in these opening moves as we can. Nice thing is we could, if we take Ferrara, if we take Modena, then we'll be able to get Mantua. Modena is, unfortunately, these are all part of the Venice node, which doesn't help us, right? We want to be taking this land here, especially Lucca. Very, very good province to take. I think we build a spy network on Genoa. See how that goes. We probably should have been doing that already. We're trying to... Oh, Austria's friendly. Austria's friendly. But that doesn't mean that they'll ally us while we're at war. They will not ally us while we're at war. But they will give us a royal marriage. And once we get that diplomatic slot filled in, then I think they're going to ally us once the war is over. So that's good. So they're not going to be upset about us taking HRA land. 42%, the war is almost over. Cool. Have our diplomat back there. Let's take this. That's 17. No one's going to care. It's the very first war of the game. We're going to take as much money as we can here. Heck, that's a couple light ships right there. It's a little bit of inflation. We'll deal with that in the future. There's actually some cool things that Florence gets to be able to deal with the inflation. We have the alliance with Austria. So we have the Pope, Austria, and Milan. That's really all we kind of need. We do have room to do a couple more if we feel like we need to. Getting the Pope happy though, and getting more papal influence per would be good. Let's make sure we're coring this. That's a permanent claim, so it's gonna be nice and cheap. We have these troops here. Let's assess our situation in terms of alliance network. Savoy's not likely to get into a war early on. Ferrara is still very vulnerable, very weak, very vulnerable. And Ragusa's not going to be able to do anything about it. We don't even have to take Ferrara proper if we don't want. It is a good province. I mean, it's a province that's probably eligible for Renaissance to spawn. And we have permanent claims on, like, all of this. So it should be relatively cheap-ish to take. And but Modena would at least get us to Mantua, which we do not have a permanent claim on Mantua, and it would be expensive to take it, but it's still just like, it's an opportunity to sort of dissect different alliance networks. Like, Mantua is not in a trade league, but they are allied to Savoy. What we kind of need is we need Milan to like want to help us against Lucca or something like that, and we could try to promise them land. Kind of depends, or like Venice Knights and Siena. That's I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, you know what? I think we attack Ferrara. I think we go for it. Say the war is for Modena, though. Actually, Ferrara gets us there anyways. It gets us there anyways. It doesn't matter. So I think we take Ferrara because it's a coastal province. It gets us into the Gulf of Venice, which is important. It also sort of blocks Modena blocks Ferrara from Venice. Yeah, I think that's what we do potentially. If we only take one, I think we take Ferrara. But we might take both here. This is just a farmlands province, so there's no issue in sort of engaging into them there. We do want to make sure that we get a military advisor here. That means we're going to be losing some money because we're rooting out corruption mostly. Fort maintenance is also costing us a little bit. We're gonna mothball that again. Okay, quick decisive victory there. Now I think we're gonna need 9,000 on this to siege it, so it's gonna be a minute. Okay, let's make sure that where's our light ship? Oh, whoops. We lost our light ship, guys. I should have had it not at war. I think it got engaged like at the beginning of that. That's silly of us, but that's how it goes. Actually, here, let's take over both of these, and then we'll swing back around with Cav. And the thing is, we could... No, I guess our force limit hasn't gone up yet. We want to be making sure that we're building a claim on Mantua so that we have that as soon as we take out Ferrara. And Luke is only allied to Savoy and they're in this trade league with Genoa. Genoa is allied to Aragon, that's kind of a bummer. These things can change quickly. We need wars to break out, right? The Ottomans can attack Venice. Austria can attack Venice. Things can happen here. Things can happen. Venice is a sort of a country that is sort of unstable diplomatically a lot of the time. Money's kind of important right now. Diplo is also important, but we're making a lot of Diplo points. I'll spend a little bit to get mercantilism. That's fine. I wouldn't mind building some more light ships since we've now lost the ones that we had. But we're barely making any money just on the basis that... Yikes. We have 100 Republican tradition. Corruption, though, is expensive. But I don't think we want to spend 120 points when we could gain 60 points. Yeah, it's going to cost us money, but that's okay. We're going to get a Republican tradition back before the election happens anyways. Corruption is getting out of control, apparently. Making sure we're rooting out corruption where we can. We're gaining some papal influence, slowly albeit. That's good for getting a little bit more manpower recovery speed. We could do another... Oh, we could... I think we actually forgot to do a diet in the opening moves. We're going to end up doing a lot of deving, so boosting this up by 2 is totally valid. Gain some prestige for that. Guess it's better than nothing. So let's just dev that up and get that done for now. Why not? That prestige will help us reduce the amount of aggressive expansion that we take. So, I mean, this is going to make us a much powerful country, right? Actually, what is the... Well, we don't know quite yet. Okay, here, let's get claim on... Do you know it was a little bit gutsy? It's a good province, but it's gutsy to try to expect to take that in the first go. We'll get the claim on this one here. I'm going to pull this back for now. We also are up to 20 here. Let's see exactly what is this war going to look like. If we do both of these, it's like possible coalition. Although if we wait 1 year, there should be enough decay that it wouldn't actually happen, but I think we go for just Ferrara, to be honest, because that'll leave this country up. Modena could end up being a weak sort of alliance, like give us an opening to attack someone else in the future. So I think we leave Modena, we leave Ferrara alive and well. That way we can also take like money from them. We also get rid of their navy by taking out the Ferrara. Yeah, that's I think this is the deal. But it does naturally require that we siege this down. I don't think we're going to have to siege down Ragusa though, which is kind of nice. We're up to 26. We could... Now, are you an HRE member? You are, so it's going to take 30 to take that. Our lazy diplomat should probably be just buttering up with the Pope. 7% over here? Oh, we just got a golden bowl. 5% development cost. We should have... well, we didn't think about that, but nice. 60%. I think we can take this. Let's bring back our diplomat. You're at low enthusiasm. Yeah. It's only saying 51 now for some reason. It was saying like 60 or something. Yep, I think that's the play. Core that province. That is a fort that we do not want because it is on a grassland or farmland, whereas our fort in the capital is really, really nice. It's on a nice hills province. Losing a little bit of money here, but part of this is rooting out the corruption, which we can actually pay even more to root that out even faster. And hopefully that'll be gone within a year. So that's about 3 ducats that we're spending on that. We're probably doing a little bit of... No, not any reinforcing. We'll state this when this core comes in. Let's get the claim on Mantua, which we could... They're allied to Genoa and Savoy now, which is kind of tricky. Of course, these nations right here, we didn't mention that, but they're subjects of the Pope, so they're not really... It's not really an option to attack them. Yeah, this is kind of one of those situations where there is a little bit of waiting around. Now, we've taken some good land. We've taken 2 rich provinces. We've taken some good land. Our economy, we could be a little bit more, we could be not paying for the troops, for example. And that would sort of have us gaining a profit. We probably do want to be building the light ships because I think they will pay for themselves. So we'll get 3 of those getting constructed. In terms of Lucca here, Lucca is still allied to Savoy. That's probably the next war. The only thing tricky about that is, well, we're going to be getting favors with countries, right? So if we can get Milan to help us, then that's probably a war that we could win. So honestly, right now, these were good. I think this was a solid opening moves for Florence. Okay, we have taken a couple provinces just really effortlessly. I mean, no cost to our country. We're gaining an insane amount of points over here because of a really good leader and the fact that we're already fielding advisors as Florence. Our economy is a little bit tricky. We're kind of like pushing that to the limit, but that's okay. We could get, well, get a diplomatic thing there, which will give us a ahead of time bonus for extra trade income, which is actually going to be pretty good. Our trade is being negatively affected right now because of that overextension, so we're getting a lower provincial bit there. Whoa! Okay, why did it... Okay, I needed to open up the build menu, because it accidentally canceled the one that was nearly done. That's fine. I just didn't want to go into debt because that lost us a little bit of money, that event. And we took some more corruption. That's just how we're getting a lot of corruption over here. But guys, for the most part, I think that is that's our Florence opening moves there. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. If you guys have questions, fire away. But for the most part, you know, we have a future war against Modena where they might end up allying Lucca, or they might end up allying Siena, or something like that. We have a future war against Mantua. They could ally someone that could be, you know, we could piece them apart. I think we could also attack Lucca without too much issue once we get favors with Milan and the Pope. Getting favors with Milan and the Pope will allow us to be a little bit more aggressive here. We've built up some aggressive expansion, so we've done a couple things, and currently it's going to be sort of going away, right? It's going to be decaying away 2.5 per year as we're building up favors with our allies. Speaking of which, we should be getting 1 per year with these guys. 1 every 2 years? What kind of math is that? Okay, once these are cored, I bet you it's going to reassess, so we're going to be getting 1 per year with these countries because, you know, obviously we're on par with them now, and we're actually a bigger military than them, so I don't know what that's going on about. Anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We've been doing opening moves as Florence, talking a little bit about strategy and looking forward and just making decisions and piecing apart the diplomatic ecosystem. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you guys in the next one.